So you're back on like the middle floor, if you will. You start kind of fighting your way along it, and you know now you're making your way back towards the cargo hold. So out of all the corridors you faced, this one at least, you just have the mucus to contend with. So you're kind of like batting your way through film and slime, and eventually, with this klaxon sounding, you make your way to the cargo hold, and you find yourself on a railing. Looking above you, you can see daylight. You can see the fallen bridge, the fallen crane, which you descended on. So you can see that. But now,
where's the damn cat?
I was hoping that maybe he would be waiting for me somewhere.
He's got his own agency, don't forget.
He has. He's got the same charisma as I have, which is a bit
and he must be near
upsetting.
to you. I guess he must be near because you would be strained if he wasn't.
Yeah. So now at this point, you're on this railing and you look down on the cargo hold, and you've had a lot of time with your eyes adjusting to darkness, and you have your Eva torches now, so you're able to see things you haven't seen before. So looking up, you see the kind of slit from the top cargo hold. You see daylight and the tantalizing prospect of escape. You also see the crane, the one that formed your makeshift bridge, coming down before, and you see that it is a great big twisted arm of metal coming down. The top section formed a neat slope which allowed you entrance. Kind of further down, as it comes to your level on the middle floor, you see that it's more kind of distorted and twisted. It would certainly potentially allow you to make your way out, but at the same time it's not easy. And looking down, you see the bottom of the cargo hold, something you hadn't been able to make out before. And it is, as you all rightly suspected from the get-go, utterly flooded with water. You can even see, the remnants of, it's like a thick crust where the water which escaped the bridge broke through bits of wood, kind of rotted its way through, and it's like these great big calcified, crusted remnants of waterfalls where the water kind of made its way down. And also waiting for you on the railing are bodies. There are 4 zombies, 4 of the infected, 2 on either side of the railing. You've kind of burst out onto the railing. The crane is kind of like 6 to 8 feet out into the void in front of you, and to your either side are zombies which come towards you. Let us take a strategy check, please.
There's no more logic to borrow, guys.
3.
5.
0.
0. Okay.
I just dive into the water.
Capella.
Okay.
You have a split second to react. As bearing in mind that the railing is not especially wide, so the zombies are coming at you kind of single file in a kind of stumbling lurch, arms outstretched.
I'm going twin pistols, twin headshots. That's the aim.
Wow. Okay.
I've got a dexterity of 5. I would argue it needs dexterity for this.
Yeah, I was going to say this dexterity seems fair. However, because you're going for a particularly complex shot, this will be a little tricky.
Sure.
So I'm actually going to say you're going to be at disadvantage of -1 to try and pull this off. So if you want to borrow from the universe, this might be a fair time to try and do something crazy.
Let's do it. Let's borrow and get me back up to 5 again. Come on, rolls. Don't let me down.
Yeah.
7.
That's not bad.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty good. The zombies? Wow.
He's dead.
Okay, wow. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, you are able to hit both zombies incredibly in the face. So what were your rolls again?
I rolled 7.
Yeah, 7 on the first one.
Oh, do I need to roll for the second one? That makes sense.
No, it's both attacks. Yeah, please, yeah.
Yeah, so that was for the first one.
Oh, you'll need to borrow again for another roll.
That's true.
Sorry, no. I'm being an idiot, because it's fine. Like, we'll count it as 1, but you rolled a 7.
I rolled a 7.
Yeah, because I rolled twice to defend, 1 or a 5. 1 or 2. So 2, and I should have kept better track. You did 2 damage to one, and you did like 5 damage to the other.
Oh, brilliant.
Okay, so wow, yeah. Woo! Woo! Wow. Okay, fine. So one of the zombies, amazingly, these 2 blasts hit. One of the zombies is kind of skimmed in the face, like the blast just kind of rips part of its cheek off. The flesh is so soft. So it stumbles backwards, but doesn't have enough self-preservation to kind of take it out. The other is floored, like it kind of tumbles backwards. Its face aflame and hits the zombie behind it, kind of scalding it. Ritua, you can see that one of these zombies, 2 of these zombies are now on the floor. One of them is facing fire, is on fire, and to your left, you see that one of these zombies has kind of stumbled back, momentarily stunned.
Are either of them close enough for spearing?
I'd say that's
I will spear the one that stumbled.
Okay, grand. So let's have an attack, please.
Okay, so I've got 4 strength naturally, plus 2 for my spear.
Excellent. Smash it.
It's 4, 5, 6, 7.
Nice. Strong roll.
Wow. Okay. You. This is the one which kind of got glanced in the face by a blast. You. Taking no prisoners, you charge forward with the spear, both hands kind of bracing, and you just run this spear directly through the chest of this one. In fact, it goes right through the first zombie and actually glances its unharmed friend behind it, doing a little bit of damage to that one as well.
Awesome.
You have trample.
Lynette.
Yeah.
So
Zero strategy.
Doesn't matter now.
It's fine. It merely means you have a last to act. Okay, so to your left, you see that Ritua has just speared one of these zombies, and it is down. To your right, you see that one of these zombies has fallen backwards. Its face is on fire, and it has knocked the zombie behind it, kind of down. What do you do?
Right. I think I'd use my laser pistol. I have got 2.
2 pistols.
Yeah. So do you think? Can I use both, like
Dual fire at one zombie or something?
Yeah, I'll dual fire at one zombie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd like you to. Which one though? Like I said, to your left you have one which is essentially only scratched.
Yeah.
And to your right you have the 2 that have tumbled to the ground.
That Lucy just.
No, that's the
speared.
one that I shot. It's got burny face and knocked into the other one.
Right, I'll shoot at that one.
The burny face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to say like say what roll for each shot you're taking.
Okay, sure. Right, so it's
gonna
not
use?
really a strength. I would say
It's dexterity, I think, with guns.
dexterity. Yeah, let's
You've
go
got 5.
dexterity.
That's pretty good.
Cool. So first shot. 6.
That's pretty good.
Wow, that's pretty good.
We're acing this final battle.
Yeah, you just because it's on the floor, it's prone. Just go bang. You just kind of shoot this zombie in the chest. So 2 of the zombies are now down, and
killed it.
Sweet.
all you have is this unharmed one, which has kind of fallen to the floor temporarily.
I'll shoot at him with the second.
Grand.
And it's my left hand, so I only do 3. This one.
This one is able to actually dodge,
Ah.
moving with with a dexterity that will surprise you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pleased with that.
Okay.
Aaron? Aaron, do you fancy doing anything here? Like,
Those are his crewmates, though.
He's like, my friends. I can't handle this.
kill them, Aaron. Kill them.
Aaron is gonna because this one that dodged is kind of like it's back on its feet. It's got a savage look in its face, and it begins moving. Aaron raises his gun. He attacks. And his shot goes wild, missing
Aaron.
the zombies.
Aaron.
She's
I
a
think
lover,
he's
not a
doing that on
fighter.
purpose.
Okay, so
Maybe.
this zombie lurches towards because I'm gonna say Lynette, I'm sorry, you because you were the last to fire, you're slightly closer. The zombie attacks. And it kind of lunges at you, kind of just slashing with its fingernails.
Okay. I'm going to try and get out of the way, sort of sidestep it, and it might sort of, I don't know,
Dexterity.
lose balance.
Okay,
or
let's have a
something,
dexterity saving throw, please.
So, 4.
Yeah, you are able to dodge to the side. To the point where the zombie, you dodge to the side and the zombie actually falls towards Capella.
Sorry.
So Capella, if you don't mind, I'd like you to take a saving throw against dexterity.
Okay.
Yeah, you
What's it with me in threes?
you actually you kind of stalemate the zombie to the point where like you've got your
Like
two guns in
grapples.
your hand, yeah, but the zombie knocks you back. You take no damage, but he is currently on top of you.
Okay.
Okay, so it is your go, Capella. You get to react.
Okay. Let's just. I'm just going to go for a.
We don't have time for this. We need to get out of here. The place is about to explode.
I know. Yeah. Well, the only thing I would do here is brute force, try and push him off. I guess.
Okay, fine.
But with only 2 strength, that's all I have because I've got no wish powers at the minute.
Could borrow from the universe.
I'll borrow 1 from the universe as well. Yes, good idea. 3 strength. 5.
Wow.
Yeah, wow! Like you just you swing the butt of the pistol in your hand and you just crack this thing right in the face. Yeah, and you do 3 damage to his head to the point where the zombie kind of like howls and you get like a sickening cracking noise. You get the impression you may have actually compromised some bones.
Lovely.
When you did that. Ritua.
Right. I will. Is there anything close enough to me now to spear, or did they all go away?
Well,
What's left?
you were kind of dealing with the ones on
Yeah.
the left, so there is still you kind of shake this zombie you've
Yeah.
speared off the end of your your
Spear.
spear, for lack of a better word, and in front of you, this zombie you kind of just scratched in the chest, kind of like collects itself and is kind of just staring at you. In seconds, it will act.
Okay, I stab it.
Simple,
Fine.
to the point, literally.
You said with such certainty, you don't need to roll. You just do, and it dies.
And it's the end. Everyone's happy.
1,
good.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Lovely.
Wow. Okay. The zombie.
I like my spear. It might be a bit OP, my spear.
We're totally okay.
No, I mean the zombie makes a vain attempt to try and bat the spear away as you come towards it. Instead, you just plunge the tip of the spear into the chest. What did you roll again? It was
6.
6. Yeah, fine. Okay, so the spear makes a rather satisfying thunk noise as it is driven into the chest of this zombie. However, the zombie is still upright. Okay, Lynette.
Aaron?
Yeah. Right, so there's 1 zombie left? No,
There's
2 zombies.
There's one that I just pushed off, and then there's
Yeah.
one that's currently on the end of
Okay.
Ritual's spear.
Yeah, so kind of like you dodged to the side as
Yeah.
this zombie lunged past you. It landed on Capella. Capella cracked it in the face. It's kind of like tumbled backwards, and you're actually
Is
behind it.
on
so
its feet or on its back? Or...
it's kind of like falling backwards. It's in the
Yeah.
process of falling towards you.
Okay, well, I might just take this chance to give it a good old kick and see if I can push it off into
Off the railing.
Yeah, off the railing.
Wow, I'm gonna say because it's like falling backwards, you're gonna have an advantage
Cool.
of +1.
Is this strength?
Yes, I think.
Dexterity?
Yeah.
This is your call.
Well, I'd rather have it dexterity, I think, if that's all right. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
I
it's
think it
fine,
makes
yeah.
sense. Because being able to sort of go up on one leg, balance, it's quite a dexterous
You got
thing
your
to
plus
do.
1 there?
Got my +1.
Okay.
8.
Wow. I'm not even
You just
gonna
roundhouse kick it off
Yeah.
the side.
Do I actually kill it with the kick?
But it dies before it hits the ground.
Yeah, that's pretty. It's pretty. Wow.
You only took the top half of it down.
Yeah, crying aloud, that's pretty impressive. Yeah, the I like to think you lean to one side in this narrow space. You kind of grab a pipe on the wall and just kind of lash out with a spare limb, and this zombie, just like a rag doll, topples backwards, flips over the edge of the railing. Its head cracks the railing as it flips, and you have this horrible wet sound as it kind of like just spirals down, and you hear like a splash as it hits the ground.
Cool.
We need
Nice
to leave.
work.
Cool.
Okay, Aaron 1 is actually going to climb onto the railing with the there's
To get on the crane.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, and he is going to leap
Oh,
off the
Wow.
edge
that's a 6-foot jump.
towards the crane. Yeah, he is an automaton.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. So Aaron is just going to make that leap now.
He misses, falls to his death.
I'm having flashbacks to Fellowship of the Ring.
Okay, Aaron kind of leaps across the chasm and is just able to kind of like grab onto the edge of the
Skin
crane.
his teeth.
Yeah, thankfully his fingers are quite strong being a robot, so the actual act of lifting his own body is well within
Breathe.
his kind of capability. So he kind of like gets himself into a more solid. Okay,
Okay.
so this zombie, which you kind of currently have the end of your spear kind of embedded in its chest.
Yeah.
It lashes out at your head with a spare
Okay.
arm.
I'm going to try and block it with strength. So, like, with my offhand, just kind of like throw my arm up to block it.
Naff off your poo. That's what you say.
5.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's good. You it lashes out, and with your spare arm, you're quite easily able to block it as it comes towards you. Okay, Capella,
Yeah.
the urgency is upon you.
We need to
You
leave. We need to
feel-
leave. We need to leave.
You feel a familiar kind of you feel a pressure in the back of your head release. A familiar feeling that tells you that your previous wish has expended,
Okay.
and with it,
no.
you hear a distant howl.
Guys, we've got to move.
Basically, what you're seeing in front of you is you see Aaron is on the crane, this short distance away, kind of like reaching out towards you. You have Lynette to your side, and kind of you can just see that Ritua has a zombie on the end of a spear, and the zombie's not looking especially healthy.
I guess we just need to get out.
We do. We do.
I'm going to leap for Aaron.
Grand.
That's the plan.
Okay, let's go dexterity.
Okay, that's good.
And I'm going to say that Aaron is rolling as well to try and help you, so we'll add his roll to your
Brilliant.
roll.
Okay, I will leave, therefore, the change in the world because there's not much left for you guys.
I suck at dexterity.
Because I have quite a lot. You have quite a lot.
I've got quite a
You
lot.
might need to borrow all from the world. Okay, that is 5.
Grand. Plus 2, 7. I
Excellent.
can do math. So you make the leap quite easily, and Aaron, you feel like this metallic arm grab you and haul you onto the side of a crane.
Brilliant.
So if you can imagine, this thing is like a thick mechanical vine, kind of twisted and distorting, and there's plenty of ledges and bolts on the side of it. So while it is distorted and broken, it's holding,
Okay.
and you think you can climb your way up.
Okay.
Okay, Ritua.
I'm actually,
Engaged.
yeah, I've got my spear through a thing.
And let it go.
I could just try and leap for it, but I feel like everybody else needs to be on there before I try to jump because I need them all to catch me.
Okay, well, you could keep fighting.
I'm going to.
This is only like a couple of seconds.
Yeah,
in
the
time.
zombie is still on the end of my spear, isn't it?
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna
not
try
deep.
and-
It's not like you've run in
Yeah.
through. You could.
But I'm going to shoot it in the face.
Oh, grand. So you kind of reach down to
Yeah.
your belt and grab the gun. Oh,
Excellent.
fair enough. Well, we've kind of been saying that guns are dexterity,
Yeah.
so let's take a dexterity roll, please.
It's not great for me, but
Unless you're taking time to
You could
aim,
borrow.
isn't it? And then that's a strategy.
Yeah,
perhaps,
I know you need it for the jump.
I'd say keep it for the jump.
yeah, I could. Can I say this is a strategy check?
Yeah,
Roll
I mean,
dexterity,
bear in
or-
mind, you kind of have this thing skewered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think it's, you
It's
can
not
actually
going
get
anywhere.
tall.
It's not a reflex, it's more of like a calculation.
And bear in mind, like, he's not far away. I mean, I think kind of raising the gun and just kind of like pointing it straight, square between
So I'm
the
going
eyes.
to use strategy instead, which gives me one more.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Well done.
4.
Nice.
Yeah, like you shoot this zombie square between the eyes, and its head cracks back, loosing its body from the spear, and it just falls
Okay.
kind of smack right on its back, dead.
Lovely.
Cool.
Nice one.
Let's run away.
Let.
I don't really want to jump without Jason. I can't leave him.
Just leave the
I start shouting for Jason because
That's good. That's good.
I mean, not only do I not want to leave him, but I think a part of me would die if I did leave him.
Yeah,
and-
So you're kind of like on the railing, kind of like considering the leap,
Yeah.
and you're like, you've got Capella going,
just
come on,
waiting.
it's
Yeah.
fine.
grab you.
Any
And you can
second.
hear like this howling and this horrible
Clanging.
keening,
Yeah.
and even like thuds where you feel like something is moving deep within the ship.
Like I know I should jump, but my feet are like rooted down. Like
Yeah.
I don't want.
They
I
would
can't
be.
jump.
Take a will saving throw.
Okay.
Borrow from
Will
the
is
world.
not my strong point.
There's 2 remaining. Take it all.
Yeah, take it.
Okay.
I'm tough enough. To...
Okay, because you don't
not
need
need
that
it.
to jump.
No.
Okay, right. I'll take the remaining power from the world, and I'll roll 3. 4.
Nice. That's probably...
Da-da-da-da. Wow, nicely done. You feel about like a sudden burst of pain in the back of your skull.
Okay.
However, you buckle forward and let out a cry, but you catch yourself on the railing and are able to resist. And you turn around and you see kind of rising up, coming up the railings from both sides are 2 of these weird maggot creatures kind of floating up through the sky towards you.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
Oh God. Maybe I have to jump, but maybe I don't go up any further. I think I have to jump.
You're still on the railings with Rituar,
Yeah,
at least,
that's
so
true.
kind of like the 2 of you are.
You could inspiration check.
Not a bad idea. Yeah, I'm gonna do some inspiration. Maybe universe, show me what to do. Oh, that was 2.
You hear, so you've just kind of had this horrible burst of like a needle being driven
Yeah.
into your brain, but because you've been attacked like this before and you've resisted, you're like,
Psychic power.
so you're reeling, and with a horrible sinking feeling in your gut, you turn to see this maggot creature rising up, coming towards you, and it's got you dead to rights, and the air begins to kind of like blur, and this weird pink shimmer appears in the air around it. Suddenly you hear a screech, and descending from on high, claws out, comes Jason, to the point where he lands directly on the head of this creature. And begins slashing, scratching at its face with the claws, like little bits of kind of like slime and mucus, kind of like tearing off.
Legend.
I would like you, on behalf of Jason, could you take a strength check, please?
Sure.
Do you have his stats there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
0.
Oh, Jason.
Jason.
Your moment.
Jason's kind of like scrabbling at the face of this thing, and like you can see his hair is starting to kind of like stand on its end as if like static, as if with like static and electricity. There's just something in the air around this weird creature, and you're like, Jason, no, like move, and Jason like leaps off the creature just as a blast of this kind of pink energy kind of lances out from its head and blasts into the wall above you, kind of tracing like a line, and there's like this kind of horrible screeching as kind of dust and rotten wood falls down onto you.
Okay.
What would you like to do? No, I'm gonna...
Can I jump in? Can I throw Lynette off the edge of the railing?
Okay, Rituar, I'd like the 2 of you to combine rolls and take a dexterity check with the sum added together.
Let's hold hands and jump. Just take all of it.
But I might need. This might not be the last.
Jump yourself.
Yeah,
Take 1.
I'll take 1.
This is a combined
You're
roll.
Combining.
Yeah,
I have 5.
I had 1.
Wow, okay, so Rituar just kind of... Jason scampers into your arms as this kind of like dust and like debris rains down, and you feel Rituar's like large blue paw kind of grab the back. I was going to say like mitt. That's not better. Just grab the back of your Eva suit and just hurl you because you're not big to begin with, and Rutua is larger than a human.
I feel like I should have been able to add my strength to this, not my dexterity. I would have been able to throw her through the roof.
You are just cast kind of like diagonally upwards towards the crane, to the point where like Aaron is like, oh no! Oh. Yeah. You land in Aaron's arms, such that you're in safe hands at least. So the three of you, Capella, Lynette, and Aaron are now on the crane. Rutua, you are still on the railing with a couple of these psychic nasties towards you.
I want to try and make the jump, and I hope they all try to catch me.
We're all on it.
Actually, Capella, I'm going to say it's back on you now. What do you want to do?
Oh,
What do you do? Do you start? Were you thinking like you start climbing, or do you
cover fire for
Cover fire.
Rutua? So I will aim at one of the maggots with my pistol.
Grand, let's go.
I'll only use one because I'm holding on with my other
Yeah,
hand.
but fine. Let's make that attack.
Okay, that'll be a dexterity. I'll grab 2 more of those, and that is a 5.
Nice.
Fine. Yeah, you hit this creature. You hit the one that blasted. Like direct. It's a direct hit. And a portion of its side just kind of explodes. However, it is still up and kicking.
It has legs now?
Metaphorically,
Kind
psychically.
of like it's just feeling really good. It's just feeling kind of like psyched about the moment.
Kicking it, man.
Okay,
Glad to
Rutua,
be here.
Rutua,
what do you do?
I'm going to
jump,
leap
jump,
for
jump.
the crane.
Jump for us!
And I'm going to
Okay.
take all of the change that's
We'll
left in the
catch
world.
you. We've
So that's an
emptied
extra
this
2
world.
dice.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay. What about us to catch? That's 2.
That's 2.
Yeah, who's
You might
catching?
need to catch me.
Me, you, because I've had my
Me.
turn.
So what is it? Dexterity?
Uh,
Strength?
Or Aaron might be able to help as well.
If you
Yeah.
fail.
I'm going to say Aaron, being the catcher, being like the designated catcher, makes is going to add his strength to this because Rutua, you're slightly larger than
You
most.
did a rubbish jump.
Just sort of,
What did you roll? Sorry.
2.
So, okay.
Slightly where your journey ends. Just leave you here.
You hang in midair for a minute, and it's just and you feel time slow. And
I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. I'm not going to make it.
And Lynette kind of like goes and misses, and you feel like your fingers kind of like glance past Lynette's, and you feel like the air just opening up beneath you, like no, and then like suddenly this bronze arm kind of lashes out and clamps onto yours, and so Aaron's kind of like hanging. He's got one arm, like he's extended. He's fully stretched out now, and he's got you hanging, and he's like, it would be a shame to lose such a brilliant mind as yours. And,
I think I like this man more and more.
okay,
You guys.
and so he's got to it, and he kind of like turns to you, Lynette, and says like, "Go, go," and it's your go.
Okay, well,
Begin to climb. Let's get out of here.
okay, let's leave.
Leave
So
now.
you're gonna kind of just like gonna start climbing.
Yeah,
You think,
yeah. I think Jason would just stay on my shoulder.
Yeah, it's just kind of like he's never leaving your shoulder
Not
again.
after last time. We don't even know what he's been through. We'll find out later.
Okay, the 2 maggot creatures turn their attention towards the crane. Lynette, they don't like the look of you. Can we take a blast slices towards you? Please take a. Let's take a will saving throw.
Okay. This isn't
Can you
going
borrow?
to go well.
No, you can't. There's nothing left.
0.
Nuts.
You cry out in pain
Uh-huh.
as this kind of like lancing, kind of horrible, just like the sheer psychic sense of pain. There's no physical blast; it's just
Pure pain.
stimulating your nerve endings. You scream and kind of like let go of the crane and just clasp your skull. Capella.
Yeah.
I would like you to quickly take a dexterity throw.
Please catch me.
Okay.
Oh.
5.
Wow. Yes. I'm just gonna say you using your lightning fast reflexes. You reach out and grab Lynette, kind of like by the front of the Eva suit before she can fall.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Got your back. Or front in this case.
Okay. Capella, your go.
Okay. I guess I'll just sort of like pull Lynette back onto the crane, sort of right you, and just go, I've got no time for your pain. We've got to go. We've got to move, kind of thing. But I think what I'll do is I'll sort of push you ahead, and then I'm going to fire again, like another attempt at a cover shot for us to move.